A mysterious ancient civilization, hidden deep beneath the ocean, returns everything humanity has thrown into the sea, turning the planet into a brutal mirror of its own irresponsibility. Out in the open ocean, a fishing trawler with its crew aboard is hauling in fish using large nets. The moment the net is pulled onto the deck, the ship's captain hears a strange sound and realizes that something other than fish is hidden inside. Grabbing his rifle, he aims at the net and spots a monster, killing it instantly. That night, Barkley Pierre Dupont wakes up to a phone call. It is not his personal mobile phone, but an emergency line he received from the unit company. After learning about a critical incident, he urgently tells his daughter to get ready, because he must go to the office immediately. Soon, a military vehicle arrives at his house. Among the soldiers is Sergeant Hana Chakri, who has been assigned to escort Barkley. After leaving his daughter with his ex-wife, the man heads to a military airbase, where he meets General Austin Pierce. The team is quickly deployed to an island where the emergency occurred. Everyone can review the case files on special tablets, but Barkley does not have an access password. The reason is simple. He is a low-level employee who, by definition, is not supposed to be there at all. His presence is the result of a mistake. Long ago, he accidentally replaced a doctor of science, and officially became his substitute. Barkley is shocked, because he is just a clerk from the transportation department. His previous duties included finding vehicles for cargo transport and ordering taxis for executives. Now, however, he is joining the military as a required civilian specialist, allowing them to officially document encounters with other civilizations. On board the aircraft, one of the soldiers shows him a video featuring a sea devil, a creature that had been hiding on the ocean floor for millions of years. Upon arriving on the island, the team learns what happened. Local fishermen killed the sea devil and decided to make money from it as a rare attraction. They hung its body in a shed so that others could pay for the chance to see the terrifying creature. General Austin Pierce shows no shock or surprise, because the military organization unit is already familiar with these beings. They are not monsters and not aliens, but an ancient Earth race that existed long before humanity appeared. While examining the body, the soldiers discover a pearl that was located inside the sea devil. Believing it to be part of the creature, the general orders the pearl to be returned to the opening in the neck of the deceased, after which the group leaves. Barkley remains alone with the body and crosses himself, believing that any unjustified killing is a horrifying act. A little later, the military gathers on the shore to activate a special device that sends out a powerful radio-electronic signal. As Hana explains, this is a method of communication with the sea devils, and they have just greeted them. Two soldiers stay behind in the shed to guard the sea devil's body. At one point, they notice the ground beneath their feet turning soft and loose. Soon, it transforms into a swamp that begins pulling them in. One soldier tries to pull his partner out, but they are attacked by sea devils emerging from beneath the earth, filling the shed with water. An alarm sounds, and the team rushes back to the shed, only to find the soldiers missing, and with them, the sea devil's body. While searching for his men, the general uses the radio and hears his own voice coming from underground. Digging into the ground beneath them, the team discovers the missing body. Barkley is shocked by what's happening and tells the general that he's there by mistake. He begs to be sent home, insisting he has no right or authority to be part of the team. Austin Pierce is firm, confident that there are no accidents, and trusts Barkley, because they need a civilian witness to document contacts with other or extraterrestrial species. Minutes later, the radio operators report an approaching living entity hidden in the water. As the team reaches the shore, a sea devil emerges, a negotiator. To show that humanity poses no threat, the general orders the weapons lowered. The programmers record the conversation and use translators so that the sea devil and the general can communicate. Austin Pierce insists that this is a diplomatic meeting, with a single goal: peace. They promise not to kill each other and to stop the ongoing events to prevent the outbreak of war. The sea devil agrees, but emphasizes that this needs to be discussed with the entire world. In an instant, it becomes clear that the water holds not just one sea devil, but an entire army, ready for both diplomacy and war. At the same time, thousands of other sea devils appear across the globe, leaving the water to show humanity their strength and power. Realizing that diplomacy must continue, a water reservoir connected to the Thames is built in London. Commander Kate Lethbridge Stewart, head of unit, arrives on site along with the team from the island. Barkley receives an unexpected promotion, becoming a full member of the team with a salary increase and higher clearance level. Understanding that these events concern all of humanity, Kate maintains communication with the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom as well as the leaders of other major nations. As the negotiations prepare to begin, the reservoirs are filled with water. Technical malfunctions and glitches are immediately resolved to ensure nothing disrupts the meeting. Soon, 7 creatures appear in the pipes, 4 sea devils and 2 unidentified species. When they arrive, it turns out the 2 are guards resembling giant piranhas, alongside their leader and diplomat, a representative of the amphibian subspecies. Sir Jonathan Hines acts as the human diplomat, greeting the sea devils. He proposes discussing issues and initially relies on translators, though they are unnecessary. The leader of the sea devils can speak any human language. Showing goodwill, Jonathan offers a gift, a rare flower that grows only in the mountains. The sea devil leader also brings a gift, though a tragic one: the remains of 2 unborn children, whose deaths were caused by ocean pollution. She refuses to negotiate with Jonathan, instead choosing Barkley, as he is the only one who paid respect to the deceased sea devil. Barkley is stunned but agrees to the proposal from the negotiator representing the ancient race. Immediately, humans call off the negotiations for further consultations, as they weren't prepared for this turn of events. Barkley is promptly arrested for questioning, suspected of having had contact with the sea devils before this moment. His biography and social media are thoroughly scrutinized, while his wife and daughter are taken away to an unknown location. Kate personally interrogates Barkley, but he insists that his sole goal is to achieve peace and protect humanity from war. The global media is shocked that the official negotiator has been sidelined, and everyone is desperate to find out who will now represent humanity in the most important negotiations in history. That evening, Kate holds another secret meeting with the Sea Devils, trying to convince them to trust Jonathan with the talks instead. The leader of the ancient race is firmly opposed, believing Barkley is the only person worthy of their trust. When Barkley meets an amphibian named Saul, he asks her to find a more suitable candidate, but Saul sees no need, having chosen him for his humanity, rational thinking, and moral integrity. Moreover, if humans attempt to suggest anyone else, the negotiations will be immediately cut off. The military arrests Barkley again and transports him in an armored vehicle, but only for a private discussion with Kate. She is certain that peace is the priority, and it doesn't matter who achieves it. She places her trust in Barkley, while instructing him to strictly follow the negotiation guidelines. Later that evening, Barkley is taken to a hotel, where he has the chance to reunite with his ex-wife and daughter. At the hotel entrance, General Dominique Dusselier from France takes a photo of Barkley. Shortly after, pathologists obtain Saul's unborn children to perform an autopsy and study the ancient race. A young employee steals samples to deliver to powerful oil tycoon Keith Spears. He meets with Dominique and General Oscar Ginsburg from the U.S. to discuss a new plan called Division. Their goal is to find the enemy's weaknesses and destroy them, since the Sea Devils could threaten Keith's business. That night, Dominique leaks the information to global media, exposing Barkley as the negotiator. Public interest skyrockets, but many are outraged that an office clerk now represents all of humanity. Kate discovers who sabotaged the negotiations and revokes Dominique's access to the negotiation hall, though this soon causes major problems for her. The next round of peace talks begins, attended by world leaders, military officials, and press representatives, who are strictly forbidden from taking photos or videos. Barkley must follow all the rules, relying on the messages from lawyers who carefully craft every word and phrase to keep everything as diplomatic as possible. Before the talks officially start, Saul accepts apologies for the killing of their children and requests a glass of river water. Special forces carry out the task within minutes, bringing water from the Thames. Saul orders Barkley to drink it, but he refuses. The water is filthy, full of waste, infections, and viruses, and drinking untreated water could be fatal. Realizing that playing by the rules of politicians and diplomats is pointless, Barkley ignores the text and Kate's instructions. He removes his earpiece and honestly admits that humanity has been foolish. They've ruined the earth, turning it into a dumping ground without understanding the risks or consequences. Barkley expresses deep regret for everything happening, blaming the wealthy elites who exploit the planet as a resource. At the same time, he points out that ordinary people are just as responsible, because they allow the elite to destroy the world, profit from it, and ignore nature in its fragile state. A few days later, the next round of peace talks begins. Trying to stay diplomatic, Barkley reads the official statement claiming that humanity is ready to reduce water pollution by half over the next 40 years. Saul is not satisfied. She becomes more aggressive than ever, demanding the humans reveal their true intentions. Under threat of death, they give Barkley a new answer. Humanity must confess that they truly regret their actions and sincerely want to make things right. Hearing this, Saul demonstrates her full power, summoning atmospheric phenomena capable of changing the world. It becomes clear that the ancient race is far too powerful compared to humans, and they begin sending all human waste back to Earth. Chaos erupts in major cities as polyethylene bags, plastic bottles, and rotting metals from the ocean floors rain down from the sky. Even the sunken Titanic is lifted and falls among the debris. The disaster halts negotiations and throws humanity into panic. Discovering that his family is not in the hotel, Barkley rushes them to his hideout, narrowly saving his daughter from a giant anchor crashing to the ground just a meter away. Humans interpret the event as an act of war and call for the Sea Devils to be killed. Kate, true to her principles, sends Barkley back to the negotiation table. During the talks, he tries to remain confident, but Saul refuses to listen. She sets the rules. The Sea Devils demand that humans immediately stop polluting the waters, grant sovereignty over ocean territory, and relinquish control over the airspace above it. This seems impossible, as it would require halting the use of ships and planes, disrupting all global transport routes. Many openly protest in the hall. Reacting aggressively, Saul transforms into a man, emphasizing that this is not a negotiation, it is an ultimatum. Another demand follows. Barkley must meet them on their territory, as the Earth's atmosphere poisons their bodies. Braving the unknown, The young diplomat and fearless adventurer agrees to meet them on the ocean floor in the middle of the Atlantic, but only under a temporary truce, so they can continue discussing the terms of a future agreement. The next few weeks are spent in intense preparation. A full team is assembled for the negotiations, including General Pierce, Captain Louise Mackey, Kate's assistant Min So, 2 diplomats, Ted Campbell and Ravi Singh, and Barkley himself. While the main forces focus on studying the waters and building a special ultra-durable bathyscaphe, the team undergoes rigorous training, learning to hold their breath, swim quickly, and stay calm under pressure. Soon, Barkley says goodbye to his family and leaves a will in case he doesn't return. His wife and daughter are upset and even angry about the risky mission, but they can't stop him from undertaking a task that could bring peace to all of humanity. After completing their training, the 6 of them board a ship positioned directly above a trench with a depth exceeding 7,000 meters. They take their seats in the bathyscaphe and begin the slow descent, which is expected to take just over 2 hours. Being confined in such a tight space becomes a true psychological test, as even the slightest sound or rustle sets some of them on edge. Ted panics when he notices condensation on his shoulder, while Ravi grows anxious at the creaking of the metal, fearing they might be crushed like fish in a can. Meanwhile, a new wave of problems erupts on land, and Kate finds herself powerless. The British Prime Minister meets with U.S. and French military generals, as well as a powerful businessman. All of them are convinced there's only one solution in this diplomatic crisis: war. They can't risk losing business and trade routes, so they're ready to strike first. Sir Keith Spears is willing to do whatever it takes to protect profits from oil and other valuable resources, and the generals and a corrupt politician are ready to back him. Kate is strongly opposed, but her voice carries no weight. She leaves the room as the others continue discussing project division. Once the bathyscaphe reaches the bottom, it comes to a stop, then is suddenly pulled sideways with incredible force and speed. The 6 passengers are terrified, convinced they are about to die, cut off from the surface at a depth of roughly 7 kilometers. Then, everything freezes, and the sea devils open the door to greet their guests. Beneath a membrane, in conditions suitable for humans, they don't need masks or oxygen tanks. Saul asks Barkley to fully trust her, and he agrees. Unlike the timid Ted, walking beneath the membrane as if under glass, the humans notice that the entire structure is completely organic. Fish watch them curiously, and simple organisms are used as natural lighting. Here, hierarchy is not just rigid, it's carefully structured according to intelligence and overall development. Beings like Saul are at the pinnacle of evolution, and nearly all others obey her. At one point, she leads Barkley down a separate corridor for a private conversation. He feels a strange sense of calm, as if they've met before. Saul admits she can read human thoughts, sense emotions, and knows what's in people's hearts. Curious about human touch, she allows Barkley to touch her. For a moment, it seems he wants to kiss her, but the group catches up, and it's time to move on to the negotiations. Meanwhile, Kate leaves the unit office to get some rest. She's exhausted from lack of sleep and stress, but even at home, she can't put work aside, fully aware that humanity is in danger. The moment she learns about the secret project division, a sniper takes aim at her. Colonel Christopher Ibrahim, Kate's protege and lover, notices in time and saves her from the assassination attempt, but is hit in the chest. Despite her desperate attempt to give first aid, Kate is powerless and forced to watch the man she loves die before her eyes. Just when it seems things couldn't get any worse, the sniper takes aim at her head, ready to fire again. Fortunately, the shooter misses, giving Kate a chance to call for backup. When reinforcements arrive, the team kills the sniper, who turns out to be a mercenary from the Middle East. Meanwhile, Saul leads the group to the gathering place of the Sea Devils, revealing that this ancient race isn't just a few dozen or a few hundred survivors, it's an entire underwater civilization, ready for battle. Ted presents Saul with a gift, a globe, but his words carry a chilling warning. Barkley immediately realizes that Ted is a spy holding a bomb, and he pushes him, though it doesn't change the danger much. Moments later, a sonic bomb explodes, capable of destroying everything within a radius of several kilometers. It tears apart everyone nearby, humans and sea devils alike. The only survivor is Saul, who uses all her strength to save Barkley from the blast. Grabbing him and kissing him on the lips to equalize the pressure in his lungs, she sacrifices her fellow beings to lift him to the water's surface. Soon, the underwater explosion and disaster reach the headquarters and then the media. Journalists receive a fake statement from Saul, claiming responsibility for the blast and the deaths, warning that the bodies will feed the sea devils and their offspring. Some time later, a rescue helicopter finds Barkley and Saul, bringing both aboard a ship. As the media spread Saul's interview, suspicions rise that she acted intentionally and declared war, leading to her arrest. Unit takes solace a military prisoner, ignoring Barkley's account that she saved him, while Ted turned out to be a kamikaze who killed innocent people. Meanwhile, the generals of France and the U.S. arrive to brief the UK Prime Minister on the incident. They suggest that Sir Spears might have direct or indirect involvement, as he knew the killed sniper and had been a patron of the clinic where Ted was treated for cancer. If UNIT discovers this, they would surely hold Spears responsible and even suspect the Prime Minister. The only way to clear his name is to act preemptively and remove the dangerous business partner. The Prime Minister agrees, wanting to protect himself, but this is all part of General Ginsburg's calculated plan. Exploiting the politician's fear, he accuses Spears of crimes he didn't commit and executes him personally. Some time later, the container holding Saul arrives on land. In London, Barkley learns that she isn't just going to be interrogated or held captive, she's slated for death, her body destined for experiments. Determined to repay her for saving him, Barkley plans a daring rescue. He asks the truck driver for the keys, and the driver agrees, recognizing Barkley as his former boss. After hijacking the truck, Barkley realizes he's trapped with no escape. At the same time, unit soldiers can't execute him publicly, giving him an opportunity for a clever move. Driving the truck in reverse instead of forward, Barkley topples the camera, allowing Saul to break free in the water, then jumps in after her. The media instantly reports the event, suspecting him of betrayal and collaboration. By evening, Kate's condition continues to deteriorate. She hasn't slept in days. Exhausted, she can't work normally but must stay in control to manage all ongoing operations. Kate orders an investigation into the murdered billionaire in response to an alert signaling the arrival of new Sea Devils. Realizing that Barkley can't take part in the negotiations, Kate steps in herself to meet the new Sea Devil ambassador, a brave warrior named Tide, who knows nothing about diplomacy. He's not here to negotiate and has no intention of making deals. Humans use the bomb to kill thousands of Sea Devils. Now the rules have changed. Humans must find and capture Saul to deliver her to the Sea Devils for punishment, and they must carry out a plan to cleanse the Earth of waste within 5 years. If they fail, the Sea Devils will use their power, and even the water in the air, to turn every piece of metal on the planet to rust, and then to dust. While everyone searches for Barkley and Saul, they hide in an old industrial building. For the first time, Saul feels free, and she revels in it. Despite being pursued, she knows she can't enter the water, because the Sea Devils would instantly sense her presence. By their rules, she didn't save her fellow beings, which means she deserves a lifetime of solitary punishment. Supporting her in this dark moment, Barkley shows his affection. Realizing their feelings are mutual, the human and the amphibian share a kiss, and more, surrendering to their love. A little later, Barkley devises a plan to leave London and head to Scotland. Saul is ready to live in lakes and waterfalls, where her kind won't be able to track her, but for that, Barkley needs to contact a military ally. Before he does, he takes advantage of Saul's unusual appearance, having her attack a student in an underground passage to help steal a mobile phone. Afterward, Barkley calls his daughter's secret phone, asking his ex-wife to help them escape the city. He trusts she'll do anything for him, unaware that UNIT has been monitoring the entire call and is setting a trap. Hours later, Barkley's ex-wife arrives at a bridge, but the moment they meet, she reveals it's a trap. There's nowhere to run. On one side is a UNIT squad, and on the other, an army led by General Ginsburg, determined to seize Saul's body at any cost, even if it means killing her. UNIT captures Barkley and his ex-wife, leaving Saul alone. Kate tries to negotiate with the general, but she quickly realizes he won't compromise. The head of UNIT orders soldiers to aim at the army troops and fire under special authorization, but Saul finds a way out. Using a piercing, deafening scream, she disorients the soldiers and seizes the moment to escape into the water. A few days later, outraged by humans consuming fish, the Sea Devils decide to take revenge. They use a special sound signal to lure dogs into nets and eat them. This sparks a new diplomatic scandal, but the Sea Devils refuse to negotiate. They are ready for war and realize living alongside humans is impossible. Soon, Kate visits a psychiatrist and reveals that she keeps seeing the image of her late lover. The doctor deems her unfit for work and tries to remove her from her position, but Kate uses blackmail. Knowing personal secrets about the psychiatrist's life, she forces him to double her medication so she can forget her personal problems and focus entirely on her work. Humans are evacuated from the water, and all beaches are fenced off as dangerous zones. Meanwhile, Barkley remains under constant surveillance. To the world, he is both a hero and a traitor. Some love him, others hate him, but UNIT protects him. They dedicate an entire hotel to Barkley, monitoring him every minute. Trusting no one, he uses a special device to test his food for poison and undergoes hundreds of medical examinations. Doctors notice changes in him, but no one can figure out exactly what is happening or what it will lead to. Soon, the Sea Devils begin melting the polar ice caps to raise sea levels. If all the ice melts, the Earth will flood, and humans will face impossible survival conditions. Further negotiations are pointless, as the Sea Devils are tired of humans who cannot appreciate or protect nature. Humanity has 5 years to fix everything, or face extinction. Secretly meeting with his family, Barkley admits that he loves Saul and dreams of seeing her. It's hard for him because the only place he truly feels at peace is in the water. During this family conversation, Barkley reveals that he has a device capable of deactivating surveillance cameras. Befriending the hotel guards, he sneaks out every night, heads to the sea, and calls for Saul, waiting for her until sunrise. Barkley believes this is his secret, but in reality, the guards report to the generals and the prime minister. Every step he takes is documented, as they wait for him to meet Saul to use it for their own purposes. Assuming he cannot wait for her arrival because of jammers, the generals promise to deactivate coastal defenses. consequences. Kate realizes that separation is a secret weapon and pleads with the Prime Minister not to make mistakes, but he ignores her warnings and the potential consequences. A couple of days later, a guard swaps Barkley's food scanner so that he unknowingly takes a sedative and falls asleep. As soon as he loses control, dozens of doctors sneak into the hotel, examine his body, and give him an unknown injection. When he wakes up, Barkley rushes back to the sea, calling for Saul, hoping to see her again. By morning, Saul appears on the shore and kisses Barkley. She tells him that the only way to end the war is to ask the Sea Devils for consent. Barkley immediately reports this to Kate, but she realizes that governments around the world will take too long to decide what to do. Ignoring all possible risks and consequences, the unit team secretly sends the signal with the word consent across the world's oceans, but there is no reaction from the Sea Devils. Days and weeks pass, and nothing changes. Just when it seems like the Sea Devils are waiting or plotting something, Unit uncovers the truth. Hundreds of thousands of Sea Devils have surfaced around the world, but all are dead. Examining one of the bodies, Kate realizes that separation was a virus created by humans. The government used it to wipe out 90% of the ancient race. Barkley had been the unwitting middleman, spreading the virus to Saul. Soon, Unit receives a new signal. A negotiation group from the Sea Devils is arriving. Barkley is forced back into diplomacy to meet Saul. She announces that the war is over and humanity has survived. At the same time, Saul warns that humans will never gain access to the secrets and technology of the Sea Devils. Moreover, the water itself knows all the creators of the virus and will use every power at its disposal to kill anyone involved. The Prime Minister and the generals realize that sooner or later, death is inevitable. Some will drown in their own showers, others will suffocate in their cars, but death awaits them all. Barkley regrets what has happened, because he wanted to achieve consent, but now it is gone. The Sea Devils accept defeat and agree to settle in the Mariana Trench, not because they are weak or foolish, but because they are afraid. They recognize that the most dangerous creature on Earth is the human being. Merciless, cruel, and willing to destroy everything for survival, humans are monsters, and no intelligent civilization can coexist with them. Saying goodbye, Soul departs, and the protective cube cracks, submerging the negotiation room underwater. Barkley returns to the hotel, resigned to live under Unit's control for the rest of his days, but then everything changes. Kate receives a phone call with the results of his medical examination. Barkley's body contains the very consent itself, a mixture of two species. He is no longer fully human, but not entirely a Sea Devil, he is something in between. Understanding that he loves Saul and wants to be with her, Kate frees Barkley from control, allowing him to say goodbye to his family. She takes him to the shore, where he and Saul sail away together. Walking along the beach, Kate notices a person throwing a plastic bottle onto the sand. Aware of the cost of polluting nature and the potential consequences, she asks them to pick it up, and uses her gun as a serious argument to make them comply. If nature starts striking back at humans, is it a disaster, or is it justice? Did we provoke this war ourselves? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more. See you in the next video.